Hey, what's going on, folks? This is Dimitri back again. In this video, we're going to discuss financial rules for today. At least today is 2025, almost ending, and we are going to discuss for today and actually going for tomorrow. So, what are the personal financial rules? What are the like timeless and always working timeless money rules that never change? And we're gonna also break it down what has been changed or changing consistently. So let's break it down and get into it. So in this video, you're gonna know what old school money tips are, what tips working and still in 2025, even 2000 or how many thousands a year later, right? So what habits and strategies you should or have to adopt or can adopt, the better say. So that is like up to you, really. So and how to avoid mistakes that cost people almost a lot of money, in today's economy. So let's break it down. Let's get into it. So. Point topic, however, in there, section number 1, what has changed, right? So what has changed in this life, or less in this economy today? Higher interest rates. Borrowing is more expensive, everyday life. So with credit cards, loans, mortgages, or you name it, everything is just changing all the time, right? So especially with the interest rates, with the feds are getting into the market and changing it consistently, rate wise and things like that. So yeah, that's always changing. Inflation still matters. Some prices have stabilized a bit, but groceries, housing, healthcare is still going and changing a lot, especially when comparing pre-2020. And now budgeting isn't an option right now. So I'm consistently talking about it, the budgeting and how we need to go into it, change it and things like that, or set into our lives and implement it. It's like you have to do it. It's if you want to get ahead with financial lives, with your personal finance, you got to start doing budgeting for your finances, for your money. And this is important because you got to know what's going on in there. Number 3, investing access has expanded. What's going on? So in 2025, it's easier than ever to start with small investing, right? So small amounts. And it's been like last year as well, and I think year before, not 100%, but nonetheless, you can invest and start investing into stocks, even less like $1 or things like that, ETFs, fair shares and things like that. You don't have to have thousands and thousands of dollars. So if you have it, it's wonderful. But if you're starting small, if you want to test the water, so to speak, so yeah, that's a good way to start and analyze and understand what's going on in the market and how to invest in there, right? Investing access has expanded. So another thing that's very crucial is digital banking and AI tools is going hard, very hard. So a lot of people actually, it's interesting enough that not a lot of people understand that the AI tools is right now, especially now day and age, where AI is basically going to be put into every single thing in a financial tool and anything like that. So AI is basically skyrocketing, booming. Everything is a buzzword, if you will. So apps are getting powered with the AI tools and spending tracking and all those techniques, predicting bills, even suggesting sometimes investments. It's crazy what's going on. So financial literacy is a tool which are tools for financial literacy are more accessible today rather than before. So it's getting more fluent, it's getting more easygoing, approachable, if you will, and things like that. So it gives you a good projectile and everything. So it's wonderful. So what's going on in digital banking and AI tools and things like that. And side hustle culture, oh my god, it's exploded. And that's number 5. So more people are combining their incomes, and we talked about in this channel. So if you like more, would you like to more, subscribe down below. But we are talking side hustle things that you can do, and investments and personal finances, to better that, and real estate investments, investment, all that good stuff, excuse me. But that's what you basically have a culture today in our day and age, where is basically everyday life. So a lot of people have like a side hustle, and or the things that where economy goes right now, especially changes like every day with the current administration and things like that. So a lot of going on. So a lot of folks to keep their personal finance on point, they have to make sure everything is on top and everything is set up correctly, and making sure all good stuff is going on with their setup. Multiple streams of income, and that's not an option anymore as well. So a lot of people just do that, combining their job income, freelancing, online work, multiple streams of income, becoming more and more norm rather than an exception. So it's getting more exception that you don't have that. So so that's where we at right now. So with changes that are happening now, we are going to section number 2, which is things that has not been changed even like 2,000 years later, however, like whatever, is timeless things that really is gonna work really well as a strategy in your personal finances. And here they are. So number 1, spend less than you earn. Wow, that's like amazing. You say like, yo dude, it's no brainer. Well, you'll be surprised how many people just like ignore the way how much money they make and then how much money they actually spend. So the spend you spend less, you obviously earning more, well, and you keeping it up, keeping safe. So no AI tool, no app, no investment strategy will save you from spending much more than you earn. So if you implement, rather than going and purchasing and having fun and everything like that, I mean, it's nothing wrong with like having leisure every now and then, but my point is that like how much you need to like eat outside or whatever. So how much of that you gotta go and do that, instead of like, hey, just have like enough is okay, right? So that's my point. So spend less than you earn. That's basically there's nothing go basic than that. So right, number 2, emergency fund first. So if you want to get ahead and have a stable situation in your personal financial life, so emergency fund is a must have, and things like that. So whether where you keep it is a different thing. Where you can keep it is like changing a certificate deposit, that's in the United States, right? So savings account, things like that. So there will be more protection against inflation and things, all that. So that's a different point. But the point is that emergency fund, before you invest, you have to have, or like you better have 3 or 6 months of living expenses set aside in case something goes wrong that hasn't like that can, like you have to have like that a sidetrack, that side money, in case something goes wrong in your personal financial life, and that will be your safe harbor, if you will, to maintain and be there, right? So and sustain yourself, right? So point number 3, pay yourself first. Saving is investing, and investing before you spend something, and still in the band of like well-being and everything like that. So saving, because a lot of folks, and what I'm saying is that like pay yourself first is that you set aside into the savings account for yourself, not like in the paying everybody else and bills and everything like that. So because technically a lot of folks, they unfortunately forget about it, and they see extra money is like, oh, you know what, I can go and spend it, but nonetheless, if you put it somewhere in investment, or like buying stocks, for example, or putting in a savings account and things like that, just purchasing it, giving that snowball effect of investment and interest occurrence from investing, that will push you to the stars, really. I mean it really. So like if I would have done it like what I'm telling you right now 5 years ago with my paychecks and stuff, man, totally different game plan, totally different. I'm telling you, it's crazy how over time, like the investment and things like that, it would have grown so much. It's crazy. So long-term investing wins. What do I mean by that? Timing the market, and we talked about it a lot. So this hasn't changed. So you cannot like time the market unless you like know everything that's happening in the world. And that's crazy how, like, I mean, like some folks know this and that, and you know, marketing and all that, market and all that, but in reality you can't really predict everything that happens in the world, like how the stock market will go, how this specific stock will go and all that, unless you know specific for that company inside information, or like information that potentially affects like maybe logistics and all that. But long-term investing, if you know your numbers in within the company, like, and that's accessible to everybody, like investment wise, so you can go investor relations, read that thing, read that tax applications and things like that, so you can see what's going on there and what's happening there. You can invest in there and all that good stuff. You can invest there. So point number 5, financial habit beat hacks. Right, so financial habit, what am I talking about that? So I'm talking about stability and consistency of savings, budgets, investing regularly, right? So instead of getting shortcuts, you know, okay, hey, this is the thing, hey, here, let's go to this deal, whatever. So it's one at a time, every now and then, randomly happens. I mean, some folks like partake that, but consistency, budgeting, savings always beats all those random weird shortcuts, you know. So it's a wonderful when people can and do those things consistently. That's where they get results. So now, section number 3, what can we do in this type of environment now that we know some things changed, something hasn't changed? So review your debt. So that's one thing. Review what's going on in your personal credit lives and stuff like that. So high interest rate, debt, credit cards and things like that. So put those out, make paying down top priority, pay those things down and get rid of those things, because those are like you're leaking money there, and you don't have to do that, right? So this is good debt, or like this is bad debt in that situation, like credit cards and all that things. So pay those out and make sure they are like stay out. Right, so automate savings and investing, that's number 2, right? So automate that, what is going on there, so you consistently building wealth in the sense of what? In the sense of you paying yourself, you partaking interest rate, like you partaking getting, not interest rate, but getting that snowball effect of investment, getting those values, like stocks, like specifically, like if you're investing in value or like you're investing in income, you're getting that positivity or benefits from those actions, right? Diversify your income, that's number 3. Even if a small side hustle, like small business, like whatever, YouTube channel, whatever, do you like you know, like if you're successful in drop shipping, go for it. If you do like, you know, some side hustle kind of thing, that's go for it, because that will bring you extra buck, and that nothing wrong with extra buck, right? So it's a very wonderful thing. So, and number 4, keep learning, because read, watch, stay informed, stay on the, you know, on the edge, stay fresh in the sense of understanding what's going on, all that in the financial life and anything like that. I mean, it can be overwhelming sometimes with the news and all that things that's happening. So, but keep consistent, keep working, and you know, don't forget about the always that hasn't changed really. So always consistency and habits and good habits in the financial life always stays there, but the tools and like the market and thing like that, so where things going, so they change, but combining those two, man, you're getting very, very wonderful results in that situation. So that's what my message was today. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. So thank you guys again for watching. Let me know in the comments below, like and subscribe again. Let me know in the comments below what you're gonna do with your personal finances, or what kind of rules apply to you. What are those financial rules you live by, and what like we'll want to discuss further. So yeah, let me know in the comments below down here. So thank you guys again, like and subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye bye.